What is up, everyone? Back again with another episode of Sports Speak. I know it's been a while, but I've been busy with school and whatnot, but got a little winter break right now, so I'm going to try to get these started back up again. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about the college football playoffs, released a week ago today, and I think we're in for a pretty good first seed of the college football playoffs. The one seed with a bye, only undefeated team is Oregon. Oregon's been playing amazing. You know, they've been one of the best teams in college football this year behind Dillon Gabriel. They've just been explosive, taking care of business, winning the Big Ten in their first year, which is not easy to do. But yeah, they're the first seed with the bye. They'll be relaxing for a bit. They get either Ohio State or Tennessee, I believe. Whoever wins that game, that should be a good game as well. Yeah, they get either Ohio State or Tennessee, which we'll dive more into that in a bit. But yeah, just an outstanding year, I think, for Oregon. As said, first year in the Big Ten, they went out, and won it. That's not something that's easy to do, but they got it done. And the second seed, again with the bye, is the Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was really that big of a shock. Beat Texas in the SEC championship without Carson Beck. I'm pretty sure he is done for the season, last I heard. So that could be big for Georgia. Not having their starting quarterback, but they handled business with their backup and took down Texas in a good game. I watched that game. That was probably the best conference game besides the ACC. The ACC was also very good. But yeah, Georgia gets a second seed with the bye. They'll play either Notre Dame or Indiana, which will be another good game. But yeah, just a good year for Georgia. Bounce back after that Bama loss. And yeah, I know it was close against Georgia Tech. Going to 8 overtimes like that. Georgia Tech should have won that game, in my opinion. Georgia shouldn't be in. Kind of happy they're in because I think that would have left the door open for Alabama, and no one wanted to see Alabama in it from what I know. 3-loss team. Losses to Vanderbilt, Oklahoma. I'm not really sure their third loss. But no one really wanted to see them in the playoffs this year. I know that was something everyone's like, no, dude, they should not be in. Tennessee. They lost to Tennessee as well. But yeah, I'm happy Bama didn't make it. I'm happy that Georgia bounced back, beat Georgia Tech so that they could be in it. Wanted Texas to win the SEC championship, but I don't know. Georgia played good that game. Texas couldn't get it done. But yeah, Georgia's your 2 seed. The 3 seed is Boise State, underdog, if you may. Winners of the Mountain West, led by Ashton Jeanty, it was a dog this whole year. Should have won Heisman. I know everyone's upset about him not winning Heisman. I don't know how you don't give it to him. Like, he's on pace. I'm pretty sure he either has beat Barry Sanders' record or is like 132 yards behind him. And he's the best running back in the nation. Everyone knows that. And he's been leading every major stats for a running back, and Travis Hunter didn't lead a single one. So, bit of a popularity contest, if you may. Once again, think he should have won, but helped lead Boise State to a really good year and first round bye. As I said, winners of the Mountain West almost beat Oregon. Lost to Oregon by 3. Now, I'm going to say, last year, I wouldn't have, if you told me last year that Boise State was going to be the 3 seed with the bye in the college football playoffs, I would have said you crazy because they're not that good. But Ashton Jeanty decided to stay at Boise State. Didn't leave for the NFL, didn't enter the transfer portal. I know a lot of teams wanted him. Stuck with his team, got them a 3 seed with the bye. You can't ask for anything better. They will play the winner they'll play either Penn State or SMU. But yeah, just a good year for Boise State, I think. Ashton Jeanty really helped lead them to that first round bye. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Broncos can do in this college football playoffs. And the fourth seed is the Arizona State Sun Devils. Again, you told me last year Arizona State's going to be the fourth seed with the bye. I would have said no. Arizona State being good at football, no. But Arizona State has been really good this year. They have Scadaboo in the I know he wanted to be put up for the Heisman. I did not agree with that. But yeah, just a really, really good year from Arizona State. Dropped a game to Cincinnati. Go Bearcats. But yeah, I mean, that's the only game they lost. Beat BYU, which was a good win. And then just demolished Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. I shut that off at halftime because actually probably third quarter because it was just not interesting. One of the boring games. But yeah, Arizona State really turned it around. They will play the winners of the winner between Texas and Clemson. Yeah, I don't know. Texas wins. I don't think Arizona State has what it takes to beat Texas. But Clemson wins. I could see Arizona State winning that game. That's just my personal opinion. But once again, a good year for the Sun Devils. Kind of excited to see what they can do in the college football playoffs. Don't think they'll get that far though, unfortunately. And then, so how it's working, the 5, 6, and 7 seed all play at home. Games start this Friday. And coming in at the 5 seed with home field advantage is the Texas Longhorns. They'll be taking on Clemson in Austin, Texas. And I think they're out for some blood. As mentioned, dropped the SEC championship game to Georgia with the backup. Just really wasn't able to get anything going. Of course, their second loss to Georgia, one coming earlier in the year. I mean, they've looked good. They've looked solid this whole year. Besides that Georgia game, and even then, they almost won that. Lost 30-15. Was close against Vanderbilt, which Vanderbilt was kind of a dark horse, upsetting Alabama. They weren't that bad of a team, but I think overall, first year in the SEC, that's not a bad first year. Getting into the championship game, losing by a field goal in overtime, that's a pretty good year, first year in the SEC. I don't know. I mean, of course you want to win it. Who doesn't? But getting home field advantage is not bad. Because you got home field advantage, and then you take on Arizona State. Now, I might come back in a week and say I wasn't expecting that. But I don't know. I feel like that's the path to go because then you got home field advantage to start. Clemson's got to go into Austin. I don't think it's a night game. It's 4 p.m., so the second half will be a night game. You have to go into Austin and compete with Texas. I don't think Clemson's going to get it done. And then you have to play, and you go and play Arizona State in the Peach Bowl. I don't know. I think Texas has an easy road to the semis, if I'm being honest. Because you win at home, then you play Arizona State. Like I said, Arizona State was a dark horse. I would agree. But I think Texas whoops them. I just don't think, once again, as I said, Texas is out looking for blood. They want to get that. They want to make it there. They want Georgia to make it there. They want to have another shot at beating Georgia. And what better way to start than at home? As I said, second quarter, second half of the game will be under the lights. I don't know what more you could ask for if you're a Texas fan. Easiest path, I think, to the semis. Maybe Clemson or Arizona State will prove me wrong, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, no, good year for Texas all around. And then the 6th seed, once again, at home, the Penn State Nittany Lions. They'll be taking on SMU. I don't know what to say about this Penn State team. I think they're good, but they can't win the big games. It kind of reminds me of Brian Kelly at Notre Dame. Just can't get the big games won. They go out, they smack all these opponents that aren't as good as them. But then you go to overtime with USC. USC was not good this year. Don't even try to convince yourself they were good. USC was terrible. Then lose to Ohio State, barely beat Minnesota. They don't have any quality wins. And then lost in the Big Ten championship game. Made it close against Oregon. A lot of people didn't think it was. I don't know. I'm skeptical of this Penn State team. James Franklin can't win the big games. They really can't. He really can't. Which kind of brings me back to the point. Brian Kelly couldn't either. Brian Kelly would get Notre Dame to that Final Four and just get demolished by whoever they played. And I think that's sort of what we're seeing out of this Penn State team. Once again, prove me wrong, Penn State fans. But don't sleep on SMU, because SMU has had a good year. A lot of people think they're fraudulent. I don't think they're fraudulent at all. And a lot of Bama fans hate them because they think that they should get in. Bama fans need to cry harder about that, because even though strength of schedule goes to Bama, SMU didn't lose to 2 1-ranked teams. Bama got smacked by Oklahoma. Oklahoma was terrible. Bama couldn't score a touchdown against Oklahoma. And you want to be in the college football playoffs? Why? To be a first-round exit? Oh, but we'll prove everyone. No, you're not going to prove no one wrong, because you're going to be a first-round exit. The committee got that right. Don't agree with the whole rankings this committee made, but the committee got it right to let SMU in over Alabama. Bama did not deserve it. All you Bama fans want to attack me for that, go ahead. Bama fans, you did not deserve that. You did not deserve to get in, and your record shows it. Win those games. Beat Vanderbilt. Beat Oklahoma. Score a touchdown against Oklahoma. You couldn't do that. So you should not be playing for a national championship. Oh, but we're Bama. If Nick Saban was still here, no. Nick Saban wouldn't have lost those games. Nick Saban would have demolished Vanderbilt, would have demolished Oklahoma. That loss to Georgia, okay, I get it. What did you beat Georgia? Who? I'm pretty sure they beat Georgia. I was just looking at it. They beat Georgia. Lost to Tennessee, I get it. But you're really 2 only quality wins with Georgia and South Carolina. And don't even try to say Missouri, because Missouri was terrible. And LSU. Missouri and LSU were both terrible this year. You only scored a field goal against Oklahoma. You lost by a touchdown against Tennessee. You lost by 5 against Vanderbilt. Sure, all those losses were on the road. That does not mean anything. Okay? If the Vanderbilt and Oklahoma game, Nick Saban was still coaching, they would have won. That Tennessee game, toss-up, because Tennessee had already beat Alabama with Nick Saban coaching. That would have been a toss-up game. But just because, but we're Bama, we should get in. Nick Saban's still coaching, we would be in. You would be in because you would be a 1-loss or undefeated team. Okay? Nick Saban would not have let Oklahoma dog walk. You can't score a point against Oklahoma. You should not be in. So I think the committee got that right with putting SMU in. But anyway, back on topic. 7th seed, home game, night game, South Bend, Indiana. We got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, baby. Let's go. I am pumped for this game. Taking on Indiana, in-state rivalry. It's going to be one for the ages. I think this is going to be the best game, besides maybe Tennessee at Ohio State. This might be the best game of the first round. Maybe the whole thing. But, Notre Dame, Indiana. Everyone wrote Notre Dame off after that NIU loss. Everyone did. Not going to lie, I kind of wrote us off too. I had hope, but that's just because I'm a fan. But that 66 points put up against Purdue. 28 against Miami. Should have been higher. 31 against ranked Louisville at the time. I want that to be known. Ranked Louisville at the time. 49 against Stanford. 31 against Georgia Tech, who went to 8 overtimes with Georgia, by the way. 51 points on, at the time, ranked Navy. Once again, want the records to show. Navy was ranked. 52 against FSU. Not surprising. Should have been 66. 35 on Virginia. 49 on ranked at the time and still ranked Army. And then 49 on USC. Keep in mind what I said before. Penn State took USC to overtime and we demolished USC. And we beat Texas A&M in College Station by 10 points. Ranked win. 4 ranked wins. 4 ranked wins this year. And people still want to call Notre Dame frauds. People still want to call Notre Dame frauds. Because they lost to NIU. All the comments, every post I see about Notre Dame, NIU. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. NIU, beat NIU. You can't even beat NIU. One time, we play them again, it's not even going to be close. But every game, besides the Louisville game, have been double-digit wins. Most of them blowouts. All of them, besides the Louisville game, blowouts. No one came close to beating us besides Louisville. No one. The NIU game was the closest game Notre Dame has had this whole year. Besides Louisville. NIU lost by 2, beat Louisville by a touchdown. Should have been more, once again. Notre Dame has been destroying teams ever since that NIU game. And I love people commenting NIU because it gives me the chance, best loss Notre Dame has ever had. But it's a MAC school, that's a terrible loss. Best loss. Because every single game after that, besides Louisville again, we demolished every team. The only team to score more than 2 touchdowns was USC. And that was because defense was not that good that day. USC put 35 up. And Louisville. We've been demolishing every team we play since that game. We should be higher than Penn State. We should be the 6th seed. We should have the chance at playing Boise State. But no. Because Penn State went to the Big Ten and lost, and they don't want to, I don't even know what the word is. But Penn State made it, so Penn State can't be ranked. Penn State made their conference championship, so Penn State can't be ranked lower. I don't agree with that. And maybe we'll see in the semifinals if they both get there. Maybe we'll see. But I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of everyone calling Notre Dame frauds because of one loss. We want to call teams frauds. Look at Ohio State. Hey, Ohio State fans, when's the last time you beat your rivals? 4 years ago? 4 years ago, right? Right? That's the last time you beat Michigan, which 4 years ago was the last time you been to the Big Ten championship, and Ohio State fans still want to call Notre Dame frauds? No. If anyone frauds, it's you. It's you. It's fucking Ryan Day. Michigan is a terrible team, and you can't even win. Hold on. I'm trying to see what Michigan's record. Michigan, 5-4. And it's 6-4. 6-4. It should be because of the win. Hold on. They were 6-6. They were 6-6 this year. I'm pretty sure they were 6-6 this year. Seven. All right, 7-4. With the 7th win coming against Ohio State. Ohio State looked terrible in the game. I'm going to be honest. Disagree with me all you want. Ohio State looked horrible in that game. Notre Dame's frauds, though. Notre Dame, biggest frauds ever. Now, we beat our rivals. We know how to beat our rivals. It's been 4 years since Ohio State last beat Michigan. It's been 4 years since Ohio State made the Big Ten championship. And I called it earlier, before the season even started. Go back, rewatch it. I said Ohio State's going to have 2 losses. I said to Penn State and Michigan. Oregon, it was to Oregon and Michigan. Was going to miss the Big Ten championship, which they did, but the committee would still put them. But Notre Dame's frauds, according to Ohio State fans. 4 years. You haven't beat Michigan in 4 years. Notre Dame beat USC, demolished USC last year with Caleb Williams. I know the year before they got smacked. I know. But you can't even beat a team that doesn't have a good quarterback. That doesn't have a good running back. I don't care what you say. Donovan Edwards is not good. But now, 62 passing yards. 62 passing yards, and you lost. Ohio State had 175 passing yards, and they lost to a team that had 62, but also had 172 rushing yards, opposed to Ohio State's 77. What I'm getting at is Ohio State has yet to beat Michigan in the past 4 years. They have yet to win anything since 2016, besides Big Ten. Oh, but at least they made it to the national championship, but lost. I think it's only 1 year that they made it. Hold on. Not one. And what even 2016 or 2014? Twice. Ohio State has appeared twice in the national championship since the college football playoff era. In 2014, which was the start, and losing in 2021. They've gotten the same distance as Notre Dame has gotten. 1 year, they just took it a step further and made it to the national championship. So, I rest my case. Notre Dame is not frauds. We're going to prove that. I'm not saying we're going to beat Georgia. I don't know. Without Carson Beck, I believe there's a shot. Without Carson Beck, I believe there's a shot. Riley Leonard's going to have to perform well that day. Jeremiah Love's going to have to perform well that day. The line's going to have to perform well. Defense is going to have to play outstanding. We just got Howard Cross back for this playoff run. Howard Cross will be there, and Julian Love will be there. I know he was questionable after injury against USC, but he will be there. He will be playing. So, I think Notre Dame should be the 6th seed, and Penn State should be the 7th, but Penn State made it to the Big Ten championship. I rest my case. Winner between Notre Dame, Indiana, plays Georgia. 7th seed at home, Ohio State Buckeyes. Not a year. Not a good year for the Buckeyes, if you really think about it. Decent, not the best. Lost Oregon, good loss. I would say that's a good loss. Losing by a point. Will Howard made a mistake. Whatever. But then losing to your rivals again. I already went through it. I'm not going to bore you again with the details. But losing to Michigan again. 4 straight. 4. But yeah, I don't know. I do think Ohio State gets the win against Tennessee. I think they're going to be out for blood. I kind of think it's going to be like a Notre Dame situation. Lost the game they should have won. Now they're going to be hungry. Now they're going to start demolishing teams. I think they're going to be Tennessee under lights in the shoe. That's going to be a hard place to play for Tennessee in the cold as well. Not that much for the South, but I think Knoxville's pretty good South that they're not really used to our weather up in Columbus. I think Ohio State gets the win. Yeah. 9 seed, as I just mentioned, Tennessee. Kind of thought Tennessee was frauds this year. Proved me wrong a bit. Yeah, gotta travel to Ohio State, gotta travel to the Shoe. Night game as well in the Shoe. Should be a good game. Notre Dame, Indiana, Ohio State, Tennessee should both be good. But yeah, number 10, as mentioned, Indiana and state rivalries. I think it's gonna be a good game. Deep down, I think Notre Dame's gonna blow them out of the water. Indiana's not that good of a team. Let's be honest. I think they're bigger frauds than Notre Dame. If you really want to get technical, I think they're bigger frauds. But yeah, it should be a good game. I'm not counting them out. I would have loved a Southern team coming into South Bend. Night game, winter. Not used to it, but unfortunately we got Indiana. They're used to it, but they're not. They're used to the weather. They're not used to Notre Dame at night. South Bend can get rocking. Yeah. I think that's going to be the best game of this playoffs. And state rivalry, what more could you ask for? So, I think that's going to be a good game. Excited to see that. Yeah. 11th seed, SMU. As I said, committee left Alabama. Love that. SMU could be legit. I think they have a great shot at beating Penn State. However, Happy Valley, not a night game, which saved SMU. Excuse me, not a night game, but still, gotta brave the conditions of Happy Valley. Snow, freezing cold. Maybe SMU's not used to that. Maybe they are. But I think SMU has a real good chance at beating. But yeah, and then the 12th seed is Clemson Tigers. They won the ACC, which was the best conference championship. Don't know if you guys watched it. SMU ties it late with a touchdown. Everyone thinks it's going to overtime. Clemson gets a great kickoff return. One throw puts Clemson in field goal range. Dabo Swinney takes a timeout. Kicker nails a 56, I think. 56, 54-yard field goal. Puts Clemson in the college football playoffs because they're the next highest conference championship. But yeah, good year for Clemson. Good bounce back from that Georgia loss opening the season. I think a lot of people, including myself, wrote them off. Still don't think they're good. I don't think they come out of Austin. Once again, Austin's just going to be too lit. But yeah, first out, as mentioned, Alabama. Already gave the spiel. Not going back into that. Second out, Miami at 10-2. I agree. I know Cam Ward doesn't. I know Cam Ward hates the fact that he's not in, as you should if you're a player, but I agree. Played no one all year, and they have 2 losses. Not a good year. I knew a good year, I guess, for Miami. But, yeah, I mean, close, really close. Kind of smacked the crap out of Florida. Florida wasn't that good. Barely beat Cal, barely beat Virginia Tech. Yeah, beat Louisville by a touchdown, I think. Duke game was close, but then they pulled away. Lost to Georgia Tech, and then lost to Syracuse. Biggest frauds, I think. I knew they were overrated. And no big wins for Miami. Losses to Georgia Tech, Syracuse. Yeah, I agree with Miami not being close to being into the playoffs. Cam Ward, I think, has too big of an ego. Yeah, that's just me personally. Too big of an ego for me because Miami was not good. And they should not be in the playoffs. I think the committee got it right. But, yeah, we're in for a good one. We're in for a good playoff here. Games start, again, as mentioned, this Friday, December 20th, in South Bend. Notre Dame is taking on Indiana. That's 8 o'clock. ABC, ESPN. Then followed Saturday, we got Penn State, SMU, 12 o'clock. Followed by Texas and Clemson at 4, and then Ohio State, Tennessee at 8. And it's looking like it's going to be a good first round. The only game I could see being a blowout is Texas, Clemson. But other than that, I think the other 3 games are going to be good. But yeah, and then the 31st starts quarterfinals, and then It's all on the road from there. Yeah, I'm excited. We get a first look to see if this is something if this is something they want to continue doing with 12 teams. If they want to expand it, I don't think they'll go back to the 4. I kind of like the 12 teams. I don't think they should go back to the 4, but yeah, we're in for a good one. Good first year. So yeah, I got Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame going. Well, let me check my bracket. I got Notre Dame going, but I'm pretty sure I have them losing to Texas. Originally speaking, I did not have them beating Georgia. Yeah, I got them losing to Texas in the national championship, but getting there. Originally I had them losing to Georgia, and Texas Georgia being the rematch. 100% can see that happening. I feel like that's something that will happen, but I don't know. I think Notre Dame's got a shot with Carson Beck being out. I think they do. Okay. So, yeah, 2 hours ago, Carson Beck's playoff hopes. They're saying it's a UCL. I think you need that to throw. Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's still questionable. He might play, he might not. I thought I heard that Carson Beck's done. But even if he plays, I think Notre Dame still has a good shot. But we're gonna take it one step at a time. We're gonna handle IU, handle them, get that done. But I think Notre Dame has a good shot at beating Georgia. I don't think they beat Texas though. But yeah, Notre Dame going all the way, losing unfortunately, but putting the fraud rumors to bed by making it there. I don't know. There's always going to be Notre Dame haters. I've come to know, no matter what. So, but yeah, no, can't wait. Friday, Thursday night. I know for a fact it's going to be a hard sleep. Friday, I'm going to be pumped up all day. Can't wait to see the boys in action. Hopefully, they can win it all. Do not be surprised if we do. I think this is our year. You know, many greats and head coaches in their third year have won. Lou Holtz, to name one. And it's Marcus Freeman's third year. So, stranger things have happened. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I can't wait. Yeah. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next time.